music begin. Alright, good morning everybody. Happy 2026. I know it's been a few days, but it's my first day back in the new year. Feels weird, feels a little weird, but hey, I'm ready to roll. It's warm out, it's 43 degrees here in Hampstead. And we got 2 deliveries today. We're going to make them on 2 different runs. So I've got the first delivery loaded. Time is at 5:04. We're a little early, but you know, good to go. Everything look good. I'll make sure move my gotta remember my text to speech. Boom! Started right up. Telling you what, this year's off to a great start. All right. Now it's very foggy out today. I don't know if that's going to have an effect on my Starlink. I've heard people say that it does, but I don't know why that would be, right? Like, what's the difference between a cloudy day and a foggy day? Is this where the clouds are, right? Isn't that the way it works? So, I don't know. But we're going to find out. We are going to find out today. Here we go. Boop. I hope everybody's doing great. Now you would think, oh good, he's all fresh and ready to roll. Well, I might have stayed up a little late yesterday. I don't know why I did it. I did kind of sleep in the afternoon a little bit, but I was up late yesterday. Later than like I've been forever. Like even my late nights have been 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30. Oh no. Yesterday was like 10 o'clock, I think. I don't even know. All I know is I was like, oh my God, I gotta go to bed. But it was one of those evenings where like I didn't even realize what time it was. Of course, I was online, of course. But, yeah, I was, another channel called Consume the Goodness. Consume the Goodness is the name of the channel. All one word. Consume the Goodness. So she was hosting a live stream, and we were playing some games, and it was a lot of fun. It was really actually a lot of fun. A good group of people. So if you ever have a chance to jump over there, check it out. She's a very positive person, a lot of energy, and I think you'd like her stuff. So something to check out. But it does come with a warning that if you've got to get up early in the morning, you may need to take a nap that day. You're going to be up for live stream. You know, when you have time off like that, right? Like I haven't worked since the 31st. I haven't driven the van since the 31st. So you would think, hey, this is the perfect time to get your, you know, you talk about getting your live stream music playlist together. Did I do that? No. I did get some of my videos and stuff. Like I feel like I got my channel a little more organized. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's a constant work in progress. I think it always will be, right? But yeah, it's starting to get a little more organized. Because I got a lot of different stuff out there. And I don't want to create separate channels. Like I want to keep it all in one channel. I know that doesn't work. That's not like fantastic for the algorithms, because it gives YouTube the challenge of like, well, what is this guy really doing? You know, is he driving? Is he talking? Is he breeding puppies? Where I don't breed puppies, but the other two things I do. The breeding puppies thing was kind of a one-time shot. If you've ever done that, it's a very, very, it's a very rewarding thing. It was fantastic. I had a great time, but it's a lot of work. You've got to really, really want to do it, which I did. So I have absolutely no complaints whatsoever. It was a fantastic experience, but it is, you know, and you got to have a good mom, dog. You know, like she was fantastic. So there are a lot of variables in there, but that was a lot of fun. And I think they will remain my favorite videos of all time. But I'm trying to surpass. I'm trying to make good videos. Like this. So I took my car, you know, I bought a new car at the end of the year, and not a new car, a used car. I never buy new cars. So it was a used car, and took it in, oil, check everything, you know, because you never really know. I mean, you're buying it from reputable people, but, you know, has it had all the maintenance, and is everything in good shape? For all I know, the dealership that sold it to me may not even know, right? I mean, they just get a car in, and they're like, all right, let's turn this thing around. So, and I did all my research on it and everything, so I knew it had been maintained properly. But, so I took it Monday in to get maintenance done, and they're working on it. There's one part that they wanted to order. That they didn't have, so we're waiting for a part. So they gave me a loaner, which is very nice. And the loaner, of course, is a new car, and it's a nice car, but this cracked me up. It's one of those cars that, like, when you're at nighttime, if the lights are on, and when you walk up to the car and you like unlock it, like these lights come on along the outside of the door where you'd be standing, but there's also a light, I'm not sure where it comes from, maybe underneath the mirror or something, but there's a light shining on the ground next to the door that is the emblem of the car, you know, the manufacturer's emblem is like boldly shining on the ground underneath your feet as you walk as you step into the car. It's like, now they're taking it like a step out, above and beyond. I thought that was pretty funny. My car that I bought does not have that, but this loaner does. So I'm going to try to keep, I think the windshield is clean. No, look, I just said that. It's got that misty kind of, it's very foggy this morning. So, try to keep the window as clean as possible during the fog. I have more windshield wiper fluid now. Forgot about that. Well, we're going to have two different trips, so at some point during the trip I can clean the window off too. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing good. There have been colds and flus going around, I think. At the end of the year, when I was like fighting a cold, yeah, I got over that pretty quickly. So I'm pretty happy about that. But actually, at the same time that I wasn't driving, John, the guy that I watch a lot, driving daily, he wasn't feeling well, and there were a few days he wasn't driving. So everybody's been kind of getting hit with stuff, various things, I think, but as long as we're all on the mend, that's good. There are going to be a bunch of people going next to me right now, but I'm not going to do it. I think. Maybe not. Look at this. Now see, this is weird. We've got a long line of traffic behind us, and that section right there is the only spot where somebody could like fly up beside you on the right hand side and get ahead of like this truck. Nobody did it. I think that's a positive statement about humanity right there. I mean, it's a long line too. I'm surprised nobody jumped out and did that. But this guy's riding. I mean, even though it's a big truck, he's going the speed limit, so I guess nobody really wanted to be. They're not in a big hurry to get to work. I like him up there because he's not even going to feel it if a deer jumps out in front of him. John saw some deer yesterday, but I didn't. So here's what happened. I was watching his live stream yesterday afternoon, and I got a phone call, and then I was but I left, the computer was on, and I'm in a different room. I was laying down with my dog. I was on the phone for a few minutes, or a little bit, and then when I got off the phone, I'm laying in bed. This is when I actually fell asleep. But before I fell asleep, I could hear, I heard him like driving somewhere, and I mean, maybe I woke up in the middle of this. I don't know when this exactly happened, but I remember hearing him say that he saw a deer, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I thought to myself, oh, that's kind of cool. I got up and looked. I think I had fallen asleep maybe for a little while. But anyway, I got up and looked, and I've tried to move you know how you can like slide the video back. But he, he points the camera in to the car a lot. So I think he might have had the camera pointing in toward him and not out toward the road when he saw the deer. I think that might be what happened. I couldn't find it. Thinking about doing I think I'm going to do a live stream where I drive over to the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and I'm talking about there are two bridges that are called Chesapeake Bay Bridge, but one has also has tunnels, right? The Chesapeake Bay Bridge, which is the one I'm talking about, it sort of connects the east coast and the eastern shore and the west coast of Maryland. So it kind of goes out, it's down around Annapolis, Maryland, which is our state capital. It's another place I could drive through. It's kind of a neat little town. That's where the Naval Academy is. So it goes from Annapolis to the eastern shore. And I think it's a couple, 3 miles long maybe? I don't know. I meant to look that up. I forgot to look it up. But anyway, it's a pretty long bridge. Suspension bridge. It's cool. If you look it up, if you look up the Chesapeake Bay Bridge on YouTube, there are people that have just there are videos of people driving across it. And a lot of them are calling it, like, I guess to get views, they're calling it the scariest bridge in America. I don't know if it's really considered the scariest bridge in America. I've never been afraid of it. But I guess if you have a fear of bridges, it wouldn't be a place you'd want to go. But yeah, there are a lot of people I've driven across it, and taking videos of it. So, but I might do that. Gettysburg is another spot I want to go. I thought about doing. There really wasn't a good day to do the Bay Bridge, and also I might as well, do it in my car. I didn't want to do it in a loaner, and because I don't want to take advantage of it. Right? I don't want to put I think my loaner had 900 and some miles on it. I don't want to be taking it back with 1,500, 1,600 miles on it. That's just me. Guy. He's trying to roll this light. It's like this truck, I think, was hoping that he wouldn't have to stop. But he did. There's just a little bit of crap on the window. little traffic status. 6 miles, 6 minutes. That's what we want to see. This is actually pretty heavy traffic for what time is it? 5:25. 5:30 in the morning. This is actually pretty decent traffic. I mentioned it, but my car, I still haven't like tinkered with it very much, right? So I haven't played with some of the features. I don't know how they work. What is this guy doing? I got this truck behind me that is like right on my butt. I'm assuming he's going to get off at this next exit, but he's in a major hurry. Anyway, I should have a rear view mirror camera, you guys can see. Let's see if he gets off here. There he goes. Yeah. Watch, he's gonna come flying up next to me. This is the guy. I just don't understand people sometimes. People need to relax. Back to me, I'll bring it back up. Oh yeah, the features in my car. So there are two things I want to talk about. One is I haven't figured out how to turn this off yet, but I've got to turn this off. My car has like a warning mechanism if you drive over the speed limit. So somehow it knows the speed limit. And I believe, at first I thought it was probably like some kind of Google, it's Google Maps. It's got to have some connection to that, but I think Google Maps kind of keeps track of what the speed limit is. But I think it might actually. I don't know if it reads road signs. I don't know. That can't possibly be. But anyway, it knows what the speed limit is, and if you go 1 mile over the speed limit, it makes like this ding noise, right? Like to let you know that you're exceeding the speed limit. Now, that's the default. You can set it so that it does it at 5 miles over, 10 miles over, or you just turn it off completely. Now, my instinct is to just turn it off completely, but I think I might go to 10 miles over. Because that's, you never really want to go more than 10 miles over the speed limit. Although, you should also be looking at the speedometer, so you shouldn't have to have somebody tell you. But anyway, so it goes off. So it goes off every time. So like if you go, let's say the speed limit is 50, and you go to 51 miles per hour, it goes ding, and then you drop back down to 50, and then you go back to 51, which can happen very easily. It'll go ding. It doesn't constantly beep when you're over, but it beeps every time you go over, right? So up and down, up and down. So it's driving me crazy. So I've got to figure out how to adjust that. That's one thing. So like all this automation in cars. Some of it's good. It has this feature where you can see your speed, like in the lower part of the window, which is kind of cool. I remember the first time I remember ever seeing that was, I think it was a Nissan Altima. I think it was the first time I saw that available. I never had it before. But I kind of like it. It's low enough in the window that it is definitely not in your way. But it is kind of a good, you don't even have to move your eyes from the road at all to know what speed you're going. So I kind of like that. I'm definitely going to leave that on. But what I was thinking about was, if I drive, I wonder if the camera, like if I put the camera in a certain spot, like here I have it pretty high up on the windshield. So even if that was on this van, you wouldn't see it. But I think if I had the camera down lower, I wonder if you could see it in the camera. I don't think I really want to display my speed. That doesn't seem like a smart thing to do. Not that I speed a lot, but I mean, if you did speed, if you were going over the speed limit, it would be right in front of everyone. Today I might go to the grocery store. I need to go to BJ's. I was thinking about filming, because even though it is one of the dumbest videos I ever made, I made a video when I walked through Walmart. I think I did a live stream, and it got a decent amount of views. I think probably just because it has the word Walmart in it, and everybody searches for Walmart to see funny stuff. But nothing funny happened. I just walked through the store and picked up some groceries. I was going to call it banana can, because I would have the camera in the like that upper, like where your kid sits. You have them in the cart. For anybody who doesn't know, here's a fun fact. Bananas are the #1 sold item at Walmart every year. Bananas are their highest selling product. I remember that surprised me when I heard that. Because you would think soda, you know, water, gum, candy. But it's bananas. I think that is kind of the same for all grocery stores. I think bananas is a big thing. I guess it makes sense because most people eat bananas. I don't think I've heard of people that are like allergic to bananas. I'm sure there are some, but it seems to be a pretty popular. All right, here we go. All right, folks, Wednesday morning delivery here at Lenny's. I'm definitely going to clean that window off. Ugh. All right, let me get this delivery done, and then we'll do that. Stay there. They got a lot of cookies. They're heavy on the cookies. Cakes in the back. Claire's cake pops. okay, that'll look nice until the first time. Until the first time we use the windshield wipers, it'll look great. Alright. Okay, let's see where we go. Boom.
53. It's
Whoa. Here we go. Start my music back up. Gotta start the music back up. Boom, boom, boom. Connect. Here we go. Good job. All right, so we're back to the bakery. Look up how long the days. Every day the days get the sunlight gets a little bit longer. And I have failed to look that up too. See, I forget these things. When I'm home, I get online, I go through my routine. Driving by where my car is, by the way. If I could drive up this road instead of getting on the highway. They run parallel. When we did that test to see which route takes longer, think it's pretty close. If I stay on this road, I think I'll have less funkiness on the windshield. Route 140. It's called Reisterstown Road. When I was little, it was the only way to get from the Baltimore area out to Reisterstown, which is the town that I grew up in. However, in the 80s, I think it was in the 80s, they built 795, which is the highway that basically runs parallel to this roadway. It goes out until you get above Reisterstown, and then it comes back over onto this route. Go, 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 go. Oh, yeah. I got a question. How long do you keep saying Happy New Year to people? Do you just say it like the first time you see somebody for the year? I guess. Like I said it to all the guys in that restaurant. But that made me think, like, they've been working. So like they're past the whole New Year thing. There's another wave of car dealerships. Wow, that used to be Ford. For years, that was Ford. I didn't even know that happened. Wow. Gas prices have been creeping up again a little bit. nose. Left there is a Chinese restaurant. It's called Sunny Lee's, and they have the best Chinese food. I really only get one thing. I only ever get General Tso chicken. They have really good, you know, like some Chinese restaurants, the chicken is kind of, I think it's dark meat, it's all chewy. They have big, meaty chunks of chicken. And I love that sauce. Whoever maintains the street lights in Reisterstown does a pretty good job. I'm impressed. They repaved the road not long ago, and then they just had to do all that work straight down the middle of the road like that. See that? That's got to be discouraging to people who pave roads. Found a dog up in this area one time, many years ago. I was walking my dog. Make a right there, you go back like one block. So I was walking my dog, and no, wait a minute. I didn't have my dog. It was a route that I normally walked with my dog, but I did not have my dog, which was fortunate because that would have been difficult. I didn't have my dog. And so anyway, this dog comes up to me and he was following me. Would not stop following me. It was a nice little dog. Wouldn't stop following me. So as I walked, so I would come out at that corner right there and then walk the other direction, walk back toward Reisterstown along that road. And so he was still following me, and I'm like trying to like keep an eye on him, and he was, you know, he wasn't being annoying, but he was like right there all the time. So back there a little further is a vet. So I walked into the vet, and he followed me in, and I like looked over at the board, like where they have like, is anybody looking for a dog? Because I didn't know if he was like lost, whatever. And they said no. You know, they had some pictures of dogs that people were looking for, but he was not one of them. But So I took him home, took some pictures. Now, this is where my dog, so I have a dog at that point in time. Still do, of course, but I have my dog, and I put posters up. Like I went back to where I found him, and I started putting all these signs up, you know, with a picture of him, found this dog, blah, blah, blah. And I think I had it for like maybe 3 or 4 days. But on the second or third day, he started to get kind of nasty towards my dog. Like I liked him. And at some point I thought, well, you know what, if nobody ever claims him, I'll be happy to keep him, because he was a friendly little guy. But he started like attacking my dog. Like I think he was getting like, possessive. He was definitely not liking my dog, and that was a problem. So I'm like, I was like, I can't keep this dog. I'm not going to keep him. I'm not going to make it unpleasant for my dog. So, and then I remember so finally I get a call from a lady up in Reisterstown, and she's like, oh yeah, that's my dog. And I think the kid called me first and said, talked about it. I'm like, yeah, we decided that it was their dog. And then the parent called me and said, hey, would you like to keep it? And at that point, he had already been acting up with mine. So I'm like, no, I can't keep him. He's not getting along with my dog. And they're like, are you sure? Because, and I'm like, how could anybody, like, it wasn't a puppy. It wasn't somebody that just on a whim got a puppy and then decided they didn't want him. And this was a grown dog. And I'm like, how could you be, kind of wishy-washy about whether you got your dog back or not? I was like, it's insane. But I couldn't get involved in that. They came and got him. I mean, if he hadn't had the attitude, I would have kept him. We are just destined to follow large trucks on this road. It was meant to be. Settle into it, you know what I mean?
Ways Double Hazy says the music is really making this seem dramatic.
That's my plan. That's my plan, to keep you like sucked in. You never know what's going to happen. I can't figure out. It's not clear enough to read whether the BTL stands for Baltimore Truck Lines or Trans Lines. I don't know what the T stands for on that truck, and I can't see it. It's not bright. I put on my high beams, but then he would think I was flashing the lights out. Foggy out here today. It wasn't foggy down in Owens Mills and Reisterstown, but I would imagine as I head over to Eldersburg, it's going to be foggy over that direction. It usually is. And I'm getting crappy window syndrome. Following this truck too close.
Ways Double Hazy says Baltimore Tank Lines.
Tank. That's what it is. Tank lines. Thank you. I was curious about that. But the back of that truck is so dark. Well, plus I've got headlights in my eyes the whole time too. That doesn't help.
Ways Double Hazy says thanks Google.
Google. Can't beat it. You know, I haven't really heard people talk about it, but one of the things I was concerned about with Google, if you notice, like Google now, like when you ask a question or type something in like that, it just gives you the answer. In the past, you used to get a list of links, so you were much more likely to click on the link. But people, I think, are doing that much less now. It's almost like AI, you know, like you get the answer, you don't have to go to the link. But I think there are issues with that because it is causing websites to have less traffic, and that's not a good thing. Lost our truck. I don't know if that actually has an effect on like advertising, all the stuff that.
Ways Double Hazy says it also doesn't always get the answer correct.
Yeah, that's true too. And there's my silly reminder. Supposed to take my pill, which I already did. Yeah, see, that's very true. You get an answer and you kind of know it's not right, so then you go down underneath and click on the link anyway. So in that case, it does, but I mean, for people who don't know that it's wrong, that's kind of scary. because of the fog. Remember when cars had fog lights? Like, I don't see them anymore on cars, but I remember, I think I even had a car that had like fog lights. They were actually like yellow lights. And if it was a really, really dense fog, in theory, you could just use them. And they actually saw through the fog better than a bright white light. A bright white light. But I don't see them anymore on things. Like, I don't know why they went away. Because I thought they were kind of useful.
Cameron Toys Double Hazy says mine still has fog lights.
Really? Wow. And like, is it a separate, you can turn them on and have just your fog
Cameron
lights?
Toys Double Hazy says it is a 2010 though.
Yeah. It could be like the last year fog lights right there. I want to hang on to that. That bus is going to go slow. I was playing a game online last night with these people, these live stream people that I'm kind of connected with, and this.
Cameron Toys Double Hazy says yes, there's a separate setting for them.
Oh, see, that's good. I think that's a good thing. But I was playing this one girl who has a site. Her name is. Her web channel is called Consume the Goodness. Consume the Goodness. I think, right? But, so she had a group of people in there, but they were playing this game where, like, I don't know the name of it, but it's a card that has, like, one word, like, food. And then a blank either before or after it, and then you've got to like fill in what word you think she might be thinking. It's kind of fun. I don't remember the name of it. I'd have to look it back up. Might be called something like blank, maybe. Because it's like blank food or blank less. Things like that, and then everybody has to guess a word. So we were all guessing what she might be thinking, and then I didn't win. I didn't type fast enough. Sometimes I would have gotten it, but I wasn't typing fast enough. There was one guy in the chat that was like getting all the time. It's like a second before me a lot of times. Because he could just type faster. I told him he had to start using his toes. People come at incredible speed still. Boom. Alright, I'm going to leave this on. I gotta write up the ticket stuff, so I'll be a little bit, but I'm going to leave the fan on. Run in there and load up for our second delivery.
Pickles Adventures 4261 says good morning.
Alright, folks. Some fresh coffee. Let's do the window real quick. So we're going to be on the back roads. Hey, Michael. I see Michael has joined. I don't know if he's still there. But good morning. Here we go. Eldersburg. Here we come. As long as we're not behind anybody on the road, the windshield will stay clear. It's my prediction. I think 2026 is going to be a good year. I do. I'm feeling good about it. 25 wasn't bad. Kind of ended a little weird with the deer accident, but you know, things happen.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says at least these wipers work.
Yeah. True. Yeah, my car's got all kinds of weird signals coming up now. Doesn't have washer fluid, but I can't open the hood to put the washer. Oh, it's warm in this van. The outside temperature is 38 degrees. Skies are clearing. Ooh. See the turn that off. Oh, Kelly, you probably know this. How long is the Bay Bridge? Our Bay Bridge, not the tunnel. The one that we know. Is it 3 miles?
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says it shows 43 here in Westminster.
Ah, that's good. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it was like, I think it was closer to 40 when I was down in Reisterstown.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says 4 miles, I believe.
4. Do they still walk across it every year? Might have to live stream that if they do it. If they don't do it, then I'll just walk across and live stream it anyway. It'll be more exciting.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says no, the bridge walk ended.
Alright, then I'm just going to have to do it. I don't think it has a sidewalk though. actual traffic on the road this morning.
Double Hazy says I take that back. One was scheduled for November last year but was cancelled.
Huh. So they might still, I wonder why, probably high winds or something. So they might still do it. There's hope. There's hope. Summer. That makes sense.
Ways Double Hazy says the last one was November of 2024.
Oh, okay. So maybe it is a November thing. And they just couldn't do it for some reason last year. I have to keep my eye out for that. I think that would be kind of cool. Happened. See, I know, like in my one video a couple days ago.
Ways Double Hazy says Google's AI answer says November 8th, 2026. So take that for what it's worth.
November 8th. I assume that's a weekend, probably Saturday or Sunday. I still haven't been using my high beams regularly, and I really should. Your high beams, like when you're riding around on back roads and stuff? I've never done it.
Ways Double Hazy says I do, yes.
I've never done it. I don't know why. I think it's because the Galaxy had that floorboard button and it was always kind of a pain. Like sometimes I think toward the end, the spring in it was a little bit less effective. So sometimes you'd have to get your, you'd press it to turn the high beams on, but then to turn them off, you'd have to actually put your toe or the tip of your shoe underneath and try to like edge it up so that you could push it again. Does that make sense? Anyway, that would be why I wasn't using it in the...
Ways Double Hazy says the Buick had that too.
Yeah, it must have been a thing. But I think that's why I stopped using high beams, because it was a hassle, and then I never picked up the habit again. I have tried to start it again now, though. Actually, the reason I like to use the high beams now is because it's better lighting for the camera. If I do see a deer, it's better lighting. Because I didn't have them on in that one clip that I made recently, the little family that walked across. I don't know why I'm so fascinated. Well, I think because I hit one. There's just so many of them out here. truck has lights. Look at this. In the wheel well, there's lights. Never seen that before. Is there... I mean, it looks kind of cool, but is there a point to it? He can't see it, unless there's a camera in there. Oh, Kelly, you know what I noticed today? Len Stoller Ford is no longer at that location. It's now a Chevy dealership. When did that happen? It has to be recent, because I swear, I mean, I've driven by there. I can't believe I would not have noticed that when I drove by. And that truck is lit up. Oh, bottom.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says yes. They left a couple of years ago.
What? No, that wasn't a couple years. No way. It can't be a couple years. I can't believe that I would have never noticed that. Though, I mean, I guess I don't ride along Reisterstown Road very much anymore, but you see under that truck. It's pretty interesting.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says that's where I used to go for service. Everything got transferred to Preston Ford in Liberty Road.
So do you go over there now? Is Preston Ford where I think it used to be called Grimm? I think that's where Mom bought the Galaxy. Something makes me think that. I mean, that's... Goodness gracious, almost 60 years ago she bought a car there.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says no, that's just too far. I've started going to Firestone here in Westminster.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says so Mom didn't get the Galaxy at Len Stoller.
No. I don't think Len Stoller was there. I don't know. I don't remember when they opened, but I thought she got it at a place called Grimm. Something Grimm. Grimm, maybe? Over on Liberty Road. why I think that, but I remember when I would ride past that, I always thought that's where she got her car. The Galaxy. So, I wonder, did Len Stoller like get completely out? Like none of those buildings are Len Stoller anymore? The son, I don't remember his name, but whoever, Len Stoller, like in the family, I think there was a son that was running it for a while. I believe he lived in New York. So I can kind of see that coming to an end.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says I'm not sure about that. Is the Lexus gone too?
No, I think the Lexus is still there, but I don't remember. I just rode by it, but I didn't notice whether it said Len Stoller on there. Like, I don't know if the Chevy place might be Len Stoller, I don't know. They were there forever. Road mist.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says they just put up a new Chevy place up here in the last couple of years.
Len Stoller. Oh, yeah. Is that the place that's on the right-hand side when you're going out? That big new place before you get to BJ's Road.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says yes it is.
Car dealerships are huge. I think it's always, like down in Florida, they seem like they're just enormous. Like it's a small town. It's just a dealership. I got a funny message the other day. You know how, so this music that I listen to that does not have copyright licenses on it. It's a lot of them are from, I guess the artist is called Infraction. And so the other day I got a notice from YouTube Music, like a pop-up notification that I'm like one of their top 10% listeners, or some kind of like, you know, message to let me know I'm one of their big fans. Yeah. I'm kind of hoping maybe they'll come out and do a concert, license-free concert. That'd be kind of funny. Actually, this song is called Runaway Van. Maybe I should make this my theme song. It's a 10-minute song. Jeez.
Cameron's Double Hazy says we've consistently been in the top 0.1% of your Chica listeners.
It's pretty crazy that they track that. Runaway Van. Runaway. Remember when that was a thing? Do kids do that anymore? Runaway. Runaway. That's pretty funny. I guess kids really wouldn't want to run away anymore, because then you wouldn't have internet. You wouldn't have...
Cameron's Double Hazy says I think that's always been a thing.
I'm gonna run away. I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of comical. Got to back up to this light. That doesn't happen. Make it. Oh, for crying out loud.
Double Hazy says well, comical from our standpoint, but not really for the kids who are in really bad situations.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, I did notice that's the high sign thing. The highs sign. It does have a different line in the highs. I think the one in the first section is wavy, and the one in the first H has a wavy line in the middle, and the second one is straight, I think. Can't quite see it from here, but I believe that's the case.
Ways Double Hazy says, see, it's a thing. Ways Double Hazy says, I feel vindicated.
It is really a thing. The door's not open. This guy's going to do my job for me right here. You gotta call him. You gotta call him. Maybe he's calling. Is he calling? It's gonna happen. There we go. All right. Do a pointless thing here. Let me just do a pointless thing. Okay. That should last 3 to 4 minutes. All right. Delivery done. It's back in business. They had a few unidentifiable pastries on that rack. I'm not sure where they came from. Wasn't a Pertuca's pastry. Should have gone. There we go. Yeah, so the first H is a little loopy. I don't know if you can see that. Probably can't. I could get all fancy and try to zoom in, but I'm not going to do it. Because I could probably just mess something up. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised it's not foggier in Elder. You know what it is? I know what it is. Normally, if I'm driving to Eldersburg, I go through that reservoir area, and I think that's where it gets really foggy. Oh, you know, I heard somebody, I was watching a video about self-driving Tesla. Somebody, I forget what they did. Maybe they crossed the whole country or something. But anyway, a self-driving Tesla does apparently use the blinker in a roundabout, in a circle. It'll do it. So when it gets to the circle and you're getting to the X, you know, where you're going to exit the circle, it does use its blinker. I found that interesting. Just a random thought through my head. That's what happens. I know what it was. It wasn't the guy. It wasn't the video about the. There was a guy who drove a Tesla, or didn't drive a Tesla. So he rode in a Tesla, self-driving across the country. But the one I'm thinking of, I think this was a guy that was using his Tesla to DoorDash, but he wasn't driving. He was just sitting. So all he was really doing was delivering the food. He wasn't really driving at all. it comes up. Now, when I sign into YouTube, it's 90% live streams. Even if I don't hit the live stream button, that's what they seem to be recommending to me now. So I was watching. I like there's a show in the Magic Kingdom that I really like. It's not very long. It's just where they come out. Something about friends. Something friends. I don't remember the full name of it. But I was there for the Good Morning. Like I guess they do a morning one when they open the park. But then they do another one a couple times a day. Fantastic Friends or Friends something or other. Friendship, I don't know. But I particularly like the last song. It's just a very good song. Watched that a couple times. But yeah, so I hang out at Disney World. That guy started like really early. This guy was like, I mean, I think I was watching him because he like started at like 6:30 or something. He was walking from the transit, whatever the hub is where all the transit vehicles are, to one of the parks, I think. He was walking. Different parks. Up in the 50s today, close to 60. Might get out in the yard and do something. With all those windy days we had like a week or two ago, I got a lot of stuff to clean up. Five Guys. One thing I've learned about Five Guys, I heard this from my my DoorDash friends, and it makes sense because you know how at Five Guys, if you order fries, it's like you get this bag full of fries, and I think they do tend to be kind of greasy, but they're good, and they make them when you're picking up your order. Like the one inconvenient thing for DoorDash people is that they usually have to wait for the fries. So while that is kind of inconvenient for somebody who's trying to DoorDash, it's a pretty good thing for the customer. The last thing you want is a soggy fry. I used to think that McDonald's fries helped me prevent like a sore throat. Like if I felt a sore throat coming, I would get McDonald's fries. And I realized later that it was probably just because of the salt. But yeah, I used to actually believe that. McDonald's fries would prevent you from getting a sore throat. stuff out. This would be a good day to pack it away before it gets cold. I think we're going to have 2 or 3 days to get that. It's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. This is when you kind of have that feeling like, ugh, why do I do this? That stuff. Like, his entire front yard is covered with, and these aren't blow-up things. These are like the solid plastic things. Where, I don't, he's got to have like a storage unit somewhere. Because I don't see how that stuff could fit in his house. Unless his entire basement, if he has one, is just lawn decorations. Because this was Christmas. He had the same kind of thing, maybe not quite the same volume of number of things, but he definitely had a gigantic Halloween display. Possum didn't make it. Possum didn't make it. I watched a guy talking about possums. And they're actually marsupials. They're not, they look like a big rat, but they're not really in the rat family. They're actually very clean animals. They do have very sharp teeth, though. So I don't know if they're terribly friendly, but they're clean, and they're not rats. A couple of things to be aware of. I still think they're kind of, I'm not fond of them. Let's put it that way. But they do the whole thing where like they have the babies and they put them in their pouch. The whole thing. Like they're little tiny kangaroos, basically, is what they are. Still, one of my favorite videos of all time is the guy with the kangaroo. Like the kangaroo, and apparently they're not terribly friendly animals either. This kangaroo has his dog. He's holding his dog by the neck, I think. He's got him or he's at least got his arm around the dog. And the guy goes over, and I think he drops the dog. But the guy, the owner of the dog, runs over to save his dog. The kangaroo drops the dog, and then he has his fists up, and he just punches the kangaroo in the face. The kangaroo's stunned. And this is before AI, so this was not an AI thing. If it came out in today's world, you would question whether it really happened, but I believe this really happened. Probably Google or probably look up Guy Hits Kangaroo if you haven't seen it. It's a classic. I should reenact that, but do it with a possum. On the side of the road, I'll see a possum. Try to stir up a confrontation. Of course, I don't think the possum's probably not going to get up on its hind legs, so that'll kind of make it a little less. a little less dramatic and more difficult because now I got to like bend over, bend down to punch him in the face. And I'm not sure how I would make the possum mad, you know, like what do I have to do? I'd probably get arrested for violence against it. I don't know. And they're probably very nice animals. They're just not cute. Like a raccoon is cute. Actually, speaking of raccoons, that Michael's Adventures that was in here said hello. I think he probably was not here when I came back loading up the van. He has like a live stream, shows some raccoons at night in his yard. They're eating. Pretty fascinating. I think the raccoon's name is Emily. I wonder if a possum has ever shown up in Michael.
Adventures 4261 says, sorry I'm back.
Oh,
My server did an update.
There you are. I'm getting ready to end this stream, but you came in at the perfect time. So have you ever had a possum show up in your live streams? I was just sitting here thinking about that. Like, have they ever invaded Emily's spot? Ladies and It's nice out. 42 degrees. 42 degrees. Can't beat that.
Michael's Adventures 4261 says, yes, a possum visits off and on.
And they get along? Like they don't try to take over?
Michael's Adventures 4261 says, fox and deer too.
Wow, that's cool. I gotta keep an eye on that stream. Alright, everybody. Well, that is the end of my deliveries for the day. Today is Wednesday. Actually, I will not be driving tomorrow morning, but I'll be back Friday. Friday at 5 a.m., 5:15 maybe, Eastern time. And Friday is another Friday's another 2 delivery day. So, I hope everybody has a great day. I might jump in Walmart or BJ's. And you never know. If I got battery power, I might do a live stream. Just for the heck of it. But anyway, I hope you all have a great day. Looks like it's going to be nice out there today, so that's good. Otherwise, I will see you all later. Bye.
Pickles Adventures 4261 says Friday I give plasma.
All right. Well, I'll see you after that. I'll talk to you later, man. Have a good one.